Unforgettable sights, stunning landscapes, and places so unique they almost seem like they're from another world. Let's watch the top 10 places you absolutely must visit before they ban tourists. But before we begin, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to watch more exciting travel videos. Let's start from number 10, Papua New Guinea. What if you've had the chance to witness ancient tribal rituals and cultures that are still thriving in the 21st century? Papua New Guinea is one of the most remote and culturally rich countries on Earth, with over 800 languages and hundreds of tribes, many of which still maintain ancient traditions. It's a treasure trove for those wanting to connect with the past. However, the growing influx of tourists and the challenges of preserving these unique cultures could lead to restrictions. If you're interested in experiencing something truly authentic before it changes forever, now is the time. As more visitors arrive, the government is considering strict regulations to preserve the pristine environment and protect indigenous communities. Once these areas become more popular, they might become harder to access. Explore them while you still can. Number 9. Bhutan. Imagine a country where the measure of success is based on happiness instead of GDP. What if this peaceful haven becomes out of reach for tourists? Bhutan is known for its commitment to preserving its culture, environment, and the happiness of its people. The government already has a unique tourism policy in place, charging visitors a daily fee that includes accommodation, meals, and a guide. This strategy ensures that tourism remains manageable and doesn't overwhelm the country. However, with increasing global attention, Bhutan may decide to tighten its already limited tourism regulations. If you want to experience its unspoiled natural beauty and culture, you'll need to go soon before it becomes even harder to visit. Number 8. The Maldives. What if a dream destination you always wanted to visit could soon vanish due to climate change? The Maldives is famous for its crystal-clear waters, overwater bungalows, and stunning coral reefs. But the rising sea levels caused by climate change threaten the very existence of these islands. In the future, some islands may become uninhabitable, and with increased environmental concerns, restrictions on tourism may be imposed. Now is the time to visit these paradise islands while they're still accessible. Your visit not only supports the local economy, but also contributes to efforts to protect these beautiful islands for future generations. Number 7. Galápagos Islands. What if the birthplace of Darwin's evolutionary theory becomes too overcrowded and its unique ecosystems are at risk? The Galápagos Islands have long been one of the most famous places on Earth for observing unique wildlife, from giant tortoises to marine iguanas. However, the increase in tourism has led to concerns about the preservation of the island's delicate ecosystems. The Ecuadorian government has already implemented measures like limiting the number of visitors and requiring guides for tours. As the number of tourists continues to rise, stricter regulations may be enforced. To experience the raw beauty of these islands and their unique species, it's best to go sooner rather than later. While there, consider taking eco-conscious tours to minimize your impact and help conserve the islands. You'll leave with unforgettable memories and the satisfaction of having supported sustainable tourism efforts. Number 6. Machu Picchu, Peru. What if the ancient ruins of Machu Picchu become so crowded that only a few lucky travelers will get to experience them? Machu Picchu, the iconic ancient Incan city nestled high in the Andes, has become one of the most visited tourist destinations in the world. The popularity of the site, combined with environmental concerns and the need for preservation, has led the Peruvian government to impose strict visitor limits. If you're planning a visit, now's the time to do it. The Peruvian government is tightening access, and there's no guarantee that future travelers will be able to visit without stringent restrictions. Imagine trekking the famous Inca Trail and arriving to a view so breathtaking it feels like stepping into history. Don't miss the chance to explore nearby treasures like the Sacred Valley, which holds its own share of Incan wonders waiting to be discovered. Number 5. Venice, Italy. Could Venice, with its romantic canals and historic charm, become a place where you can only visit in your dreams? Venice is one of the world's most beloved travel destinations, known for its beautiful canals, unique architecture, and rich history. However, the city is sinking at an alarming rate, and its popularity among tourists has led to overcrowding and strain on the city's infrastructure. In response, the Italian government is considering measures such as imposing entrance fees for tourists and limiting the number of visitors to preserve its cultural heritage. The possibility of a Venice without crowds might sound tempting, but it could also mean fewer opportunities to see this incredible city in person. Number 4. Antarctica. What if the most untouched place on Earth becomes too fragile for tourists? Antarctica, the land of ice and snow, remains one of the last truly untouched places on Earth. But with the rise in polar tourism, there are growing concerns about the impact on the environment. Limited access is already in place, with tour companies regulated by the Antarctic Treaty, which aims to preserve the continent's pristine condition. The increasing presence of tourists could disturb delicate ecosystems, and even small changes may have irreversible effects on the environment. In addition to the environmental risks, the area's extreme weather and isolation make managing tourism even more challenging. However, as more travelers head to the South Pole, the risk of environmental damage increases. To experience the stark beauty of Antarctica, you'll need to act quickly before restrictions become even stricter. Number 3. Cuba. What if Cuba, with its classic cars, colonial architecture, and vibrant culture, becomes a completely different place in just a few years? Cuba has been a go-to destination for travelers seeking a glimpse of a bygone era, with its colorful streets, vintage cars, and unique atmosphere. However, the changing political landscape and recent shifts in U.S. travel policies are rapidly transforming the island. As economic reforms take place, some parts of Cuba may modernize, and the charm that attracts so many tourists may fade. The increasing number of international hotels, commercial development, and modernization could alter the island's distinctive charm. As a result, iconic cultural landmarks and local traditions may face pressure to change or disappear altogether. While Cuba is still accessible, it's possible that future generations won't get the same experience. If Cuba is on your bucket list, don't wait too long. Number 2. Mount Everest, Nepal. What if the world's highest peak becomes too crowded and dangerous for future adventurers? Mount Everest is the ultimate bucket list item for mountaineers, drawing adventurers from around the world. However, the sheer number of climbers, combined with overcrowding, environmental concerns, and the risk of accidents, has led to discussions about limiting access to the world's tallest mountain. In addition to overcrowding, waste management on Everest has become a growing problem, with human impact on the environment becoming more apparent each year. The high-altitude conditions and dangers of the mountain make it increasingly difficult for climbers to safely scale the peak, raising concerns over safety. The Nepalese government has already started requiring climbers to have prior experience and limiting the number of permits issued. If you dream of conquering Everest, don't wait. Stricter restrictions could make it harder to reach the summit. Number 1. The Amazon rainforest. What if the largest rainforest on Earth disappears before we have the chance to fully explore it? The Amazon rainforest is one of the most vital ecosystems on the planet, regulating the climate and housing countless species. Yet, it is under constant threat from deforestation, illegal logging, and agricultural expansion. These pressures are not only threatening the environment but could also lead to increased restrictions on access to the rainforest. While there are growing efforts to protect the rainforest, the rapid pace of deforestation may make it too late for future generations to experience this natural wonder in its purest form. With the Amazon being a critical carbon sink, its destruction could worsen the effects of climate change, making it an issue of global importance. Visiting the Amazon now helps raise awareness and support conservation efforts. As global demand for natural resources continues to rise, there's no telling when the Amazon might be closed off entirely. So which of these places are you eager to visit before they're off limits? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more updates on must-see spots around the world. Time is ticking, so act fast. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay curious, stay adventurous, and keep exploring.